Hey guys, so I know I've been really bad about keeping everybody updated on surgery and lupus stuff, so I figured while I had the day off of work, I would sit down and make a big long update video on life. As of October 19th, I am 3 months post-op. Today is November 5th, so technically I'm really far behind, so I'm really sorry. But I have a list of notes right here, so here we go. At the end of October, I went and saw my plastic surgeon, and he released me. He does not want to see me anymore. He is happy with the results, as am I. This winter, though, I am going to go and get my scar fixed on one side, because where I had the drain for the infection, it made a dent in, and he is not happy with it. So I will probably be going to get that fixed, because he said there will be some stitches involved. And the little boy that I babysit will be having surgery, so I will be having some time off so I can have that done. He wants me to wean myself off of my compression garment, which I have been doing. I've been wearing it less and less. However, I have been working out for about a month and a half. I have been doing the Morning Meltdown 100 with Jericho, which is the newer Beachbody program. And it's a good mix of cardio and weights. There's 100 different workouts, and I really like it. You can modify a lot. And I used to have to modify almost all of my workouts due to my excess skin, and these I don't have to hardly at all, which is fabulous. So when I work out, I make sure I wear my compression and usually a corset, especially if I'm doing cardio or I'm going to be jumping. But honestly, I haven't had to do hardly any modifying. At the beginning, I did modify a lot of the ab movements. Now I don't have to, which is great. I still swell if I eat salt and a lot of sweets, and definitely soda or alcohol, anything carbonation. So if I know I'm going to be eating something salty, I do wear my compression. I also watch what I eat. I am staying around the 140s in weight, which is helping, and I'm finally, for the first time in my life, starting to see abs, which is awesome. I have gained a lot of feeling back, but there's about this much around my belly button that is completely dead. I can't say dead. There's possible that I'll get nerve growth back, but possible that I won't. So there's that. And the skin around my hips, I can't feel that either. However, like above my pubic area and my sides where my incision is or my scar is, I can feel those areas. So that's good. I'm not completely numb everywhere. And like on the sides of my stomach where everything was stretched, I can feel those areas. So that is good. Let's see if there's anything else on surgery. Nope, that's it on the surgery aspects. Now, for the lupus parts of it, my lupus doctor had me go back to infectious disease because of my bad infection, to make sure that there was no trace of the infection before she put me back on my main lupus medication. And I went back, there is no trace of the infection. I also spent a lot of time at that appointment asking if I had any more surgery in life, like plastic surgery or anything, if because of lupus or anything, if I was more apt to get these infections, if it was because of the plastic surgery, etc., etc. And they said it could have been the surgery, it could have been your care at home, it could have been something in the plastic surgeon's office, it could have been your ride home. You know, you have bacteria all over your body all day, every day. It's hard to tell where you got it from, and we don't want to blame any one thing. But because you are so immunocompromised, that's probably has something to do with it. So that was kind of a bummer. But they didn't say they wouldn't rule out surgery completely in the future for me, which was kind of nice. So I went back to the lupus doctor. They did put me back on my CellCept. Now, they put me back on the whole full dose. And let me tell you, for a week, I had high fevers, I had nausea, throwing up, diarrhea, horrible. I've never had those symptoms with CellCept before. I always had some stomach issues with it, but never to this extent. And so I called, and every symptom I was having, side effect of CellCept. So they changed the dosing to where I was on a third of the dose for 10 days, then 2/3 of the dose for 10 days, till I'm finally on the full dose. And I'm still on a third of the dose, and in a couple days I'll go to 2/3 of the dose, because I was also losing hair. As you can see, I used to have hair down to here. It's now here because I was losing so much hair. They also contribute that to the trauma that my body went through due to the surgery and the infection. But, oh well. My hair also did need a cut. I hadn't had a haircut in 2 years. So, I mean, oh well. My kidneys are having some issues. I'm leaking a lot of protein, but that's a lupus thing. My lupus is not active. The kind of lupus nephritis I have, my kidneys just leak all the time. They leak protein. I can't say they leak protein. So even if my lupus is not active, they just leak. But they're leaking a substantial amount because I have not been taking my lupus medication. So they're trying to get that under control, and the more that I take medication and the correct dose, the better it will get. Now, I also had a big discussion with my lupus doctor if I can ever have surgery again, because I told her, I said, the last thing I would like to have done is the excess skin on my inner thighs removed, because I'm not too vain, but that it bothers me. I lost all this weight. I would like to feel normal. I said, I know that implants and those kind of things are not an option for me. I know that because that's putting a foreign object into my body. And she said, yes, you are entirely correct. She said, I would wait 6 months. She said, I will agree to it, but 6 months. So there's that. But I have to get my body under control. So other than that, I am very happy. Like I said, my scar looks fabulous. It will look even better after a year. I'm happy that I finally am starting to see muscles where I never have before. I love that my clothes fit better. I love that I feel better. I have more energy. And it's just great. Like, my scar isn't even, but when you think of where I came from to where I am now, that's not even that big of an issue. I'm going to be 30 in May. I'm not exactly going to be walking around in a skimpy bikini. Not on my to-do list. My to-do list was to get all the excess skin removed so that I could be comfortable. And so I wasn't in pain, and my clothes fit better, and my quality of life was better, and that's what I did. I will include a video. I'll go take a video of how I look now and some photos. That way you all can see, obviously, how things look now. And I guess I can make more updates if you all want them, but the problem is, since I don't see him anymore, it's hard to really judge any difference. Now that I'm working out, I don't see him and all of that. I guess it will all judge on how I feel, on how I think that everything looks. So, I guess I should say this. I was doing scar therapy. I was doing scar away strips. I did do some scar oil. Honestly, it became such a chore and such an annoyance that I quit. I am not, once again, I am not that vain to worry about it. The excess skin is gone. I have enough stretch marks left that a scar is not that big of a deal to me. No one's gonna see it except my husband. So, I totally quit doing that. If I want to continue it in the future, I will, because I did see a small bit of improvement, but I know with time it will get better too. So, there is that. I totally forgot that. So, thank you guys for watching. I will put in the clips and the pictures, and I will talk to you all soon. Okay, so this is my stomach. Now, I can feel this and this, but about this big of a spot is where I can't feel. And my hip bones here and here is where I can't feel, but on the sides over here is where I can feel. If you want to see the scar, it looks a lot better than it did healing wise. So there is that. There's where it's kind of a lot higher on the one side. But once again, when you think about how much excess skin I had, that little bit right there doesn't really matter, especially when I can and see, look, you can just barely see a little bit of ab poking through there, which is why I'm excited, because my working out is paying off. And I love my belly button. It is so cute. So yeah. And I mean, the scar's healed up really nicely. It's actually turning a pretty decent color. But see, right here, I can't feel that. I can feel like I'm touching it, but there's no feeling. But when you get over here, I can feel again. But up here, where the scar is, I can feel. It's very strange, the fact that I can't feel right here, but then can feel here, and then can feel here. There's just a dead spot there, and then up here. But yeah, I'm very, very happy. Very, 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 very happy.